All right, guys. I think we are live. Sorry, I'm hopping back on here. I had a connection issue, so I think I fixed that. So, but yeah, this is all about my Flipstarter updates. I'll probably be doing this regularly, especially if it lays in my upload schedule for my YouTube channel as usual. And there will be some of that because a lot of time now that I was doing YouTube videos with is going into onboard and what have you. So maybe some stuff that we've been doing. I'm super grateful. I had a team of people that were actually came down, and I've met other people. People have come down to visit me to help me onboard and do things just because they thought it was cool and they wanted to learn as well. So I want to update my investors. I want to update the community, and I want to create a standard of accountability for Flipstarters. And like I said, the Bitcoin Cash podcast has put on his website a little section where you can follow Flipstarters, and I think that's great. And there's been some criticisms about Flipstarters under promising and under delivering, and I certainly don't want to fall into that category because yeah, I love this community, but I'm okay with any criticisms and accountability, and actually I encourage them. So sorry, one of my customers asked me if I'm buying crypto. He actually wants to start accepting Bitcoin Cash. So yeah, I want criticisms in a polite way, of course. And I want to update you guys on my work and what you guys have done for me and trusted me in this project, and let you know what I've been working on. So, you know, we got off to a fast ramp up, right? We got organized. What did he say here? Sorry, actually, I got to address this. The Bitcoin Cash podcast. Someone is upset. Not upset. They just think that crypto is done, or it's a horrible investment because it went down in value from the bull cycle. So yeah, but it's strange he didn't comment to me on that. And even more interesting, and if he's going to roast me, I'll roast him. After that debate, he went out and started buying crypto, not telling people that he was doing it on his channel. So he's not being genuine. He started buying Bitcoin Cash around $400 or so. I gave him $5 worth when it was around $1,100. So he thinks it's funny that that it's gone down in the market cycle. So fun fact, Jeremy, he is or was investing in crypto because he understands how powerful it is. But for his public image, he doesn't want to be genuine with that, and that's okay. But anyways, we're here to talk Flipstarter. Flipstarter goal: 100 businesses. 100 businesses onboarded. Marketing. Already doing some marketing, and I'll talk about that here in a little bit. But so the goal of onboarding the businesses, you know, got off to a very fast start. I had a lot of relationships with different businesses, and I was really amazed when I approached them, and with it, that they really want to do it. Like, there's a general want, like there's demand, and the market is so underserved with how many businesses want to accept crypto and how there's a lacking in resources. So me thinking entrepreneurially that there's a huge market opportunity. And personally, what I've done, you know, with creating the proper tools, and this week I'll have a video up of our kind of toolkit that we use to onboard businesses and the fun, we call them assets, that we've created. What's up, Jason? And so stay tuned for this video this weekend about what we use to onboard merchants. But yeah, we have our toolkit. I think I lost my train of thought there for a second. But I think there's a lot of demand. But personally, what I've done is, you know, it's really I really want to put a lot more time into it. And so I've hired for myself and my business, actually, or I'm interviewing, getting closer to hiring a business coach, so I can help automate my business more, so I can put even more and more time into this. You know, I took a lot of time away from my business over the last, I want to say 4 to 6 weeks of ramping up the Flipstarter and all that. And we got a lot done. We got the inertia and the tools and the know-how and the assets to now onboard the businesses we need to onboard. Now they're just sitting there waiting for us to go out and go visit with them, and however long it takes. Yeah, Jason, you know better than most what it takes to onboard 100 businesses, right? If anyone could share in that. But also, when you operate a business and you have, I have 20 families that rely on my business, operating properly, you want to make sure that's taken care of too. So what I'm doing on that front in the long run to continue building in Bitcoin Cash is automating my business better and creating more time to build. So this is a really good introduction for me to learn how to build and build in the community. And I've learned a lot. I've had good success so far with onboarding. This week, my major focus has been multi-unit. So I'm in talks with a gas station chain, a large restaurant chain locally, and who is the other person of high interest? Anyways, they're very interested, and I'm overcoming several objections they have. And yeah, so I'm putting my time, and this week, probably out of any other week in the last month or so, I have put more time into my business, just because it's needed it. And so what I've done is just try to spend my time building in Bitcoin Cash and working on my Flipstarter to only make the most valuable of time, rather than going and getting every little mom and pop business. That's the way I kind of strategize this week. So Jason said, even if I struggle to upload videos, the fact that, but it's so, like, I love my business. I'm so proud of it, right? It's my baby. But there's something about Bitcoin Cash, or just, not really the name of it, but what it does, that, we live short lives. It's like so worthwhile of an effort and the time that it's like the most meaningful thing I do outside of like my marriage and raising my kids. It's like right there at number 3 most days. So yeah, there's but yeah, that's so. Anyways, my you haven't seen me with a bunch of people holding stickers of new businesses, because I've been setting up meetings, working with multi-unit operations, and putting more time into my business this week. So I really want to set a standard for people that do Flipstarters to speak to the community. And like I said, if my upload schedule gets delayed at all, I want to come on here and let you know what I'm doing. And even if it's just a week where I'm saying, this week life pulled me in another direction, I can say that. And this is what revelations in the market to the downside. Such a good time for me to be doing this. Because on the long-term basis, people that I do onboard, and we do get going, they're all going to look like geniuses in the next bull market. And it'll bring so much credibility to my name that it'll allow me to propel even more in the community. And to adding that further, I guess something else I accomplished this week is that I took a speaking event at a crypto conference that's going to have about a couple hundred people there. So a couple hundred people be there, and how they can get involved. So I'll have a room of 200 people that I can speak to Bitcoin Cash about, and all crypto friendly people. And it's so fascinating when you go talk to businesses, even other crypto places, how there's only place that exists hostility towards Bitcoin Cash is on the internet. What it been a rough couple weeks for crypto, so I guess the best advice is everyone, it's a multi-year. Yeah, I mean anything. I mean crypto is probably going to take decades to really come into fruition. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to, guys. If you have questions, comments, concerns, let me know. And things that you would like to see out of my Flipstarter too, if there's a lot of people are really fired up about it. And yeah, going back to Moki, yeah, it's interesting that he was inspired to write a post about the falling price of crypto. And I guess if I can add to that, and again, I kind of gave a criticism of Moki, but if he wants to give criticisms, I guess we can all share them, is that, the way I look at life is that, his brand is all about living life so conservatively. Like guaranteed comfort. Doesn't have to be anything profound. Doesn't have to be anything revolutionary for the world. Nothing like that. Just to make sure you have enough comfort so the day that you can live comfortable, and eventually they're going to throw dirt on all of us, right? We're all going to die. What a limited life, in my opinion, the way I look at it. Everyone can draw their own conclusions, right? But it's so inspiring and passionate to work for things that can do things that Bitcoin Cash can do. And if you just stare at a price chart all day and concerned about that, I think you're not getting the purpose of life. But I think also, yeah, I mean, I don't know, like to buy an index fund every month of your life, and you should do that. You should buy them. What did he say here? You're talking about index funds, because that's what Moki loves. He goes, his index funds were also down this year, down a lot less, but still down. He is still draining money. Despite as being a year of time passing. Index funds is not a community that's changing the world, that's for sure. Yeah, he's losing purchasing power there, and guess what he tells his following when they lose their purchasing power? Stay the course, everything's gonna be okay, da-da-da. So why can't we say the same thing if the value of our currency drops in value, but we understand the the utility in it and the unique properties it has, versus like if you're not for crypto, it means you're for fiat currency. And I think that's almost like, I mean, if you really want to get philosophical about it, like that's really like offensive to, like I can get offended by people that really don't want to challenge the status quo of what money is and push fiat currency that literally, makes war possible and, lacks accountability to governments, and there's such issues with it. So even if like the price volatility bothers you, but like the idea that you don't want to offer more people legitimate currencies to use is horrible. And like he thinks that, like, and don't get me wrong, there's people that got involved in things like Luna. Let me read this. I think that is something a lot of crypto critics miss. Okay, it isn't perfect. You hear? But that's for sure. But who providing a better non-government alternative? Right? Like, it would be like if, when courier services came out, we'll have an operating parallel economy. Maybe get back to us on what's wrong with the setup. Yeah, that's my that hits it on the head there. It's you're like, this is the first time humans have really had a legitimate option outside of fiat currencies that were like scalable and didn't have the counterparty risk of things like e-gold or any of the things. Any money needs to be decentralized, and like we did it. And because the market doesn't go up every day and can be volatile at times, we're like, this is not a worthwhile thing. They really haven't thought it through, and that's what's going on. I got 6 people in the chat. What's going on? Just touching base on the Flipstarter, talking about some multi-unit opportunities we've been working on this week. Kind of took a little bit more time this week to focus on. Moki understands the issues with fiat. I'm so sorry my service has gotten so bad. But any questions here? I'll also wrap it up here in the next minute. I'm gonna go eat dinner with the family. Just walking my dog. Cooper, say hi. So that's what to get on to. And I'll have a video this weekend about our little onboarding kit we created, and want more people to give our assets to that we made. So Jeremy, for the Bitcoin Cash podcast, I know you're gonna be making what are you gonna be making? A section for onboarders to have easy to go take it use cash.com